out there, but we're coming to you live no matter what. Anyway, in the news, Neil Gorsuch and the nuclear option. This looks like it's a done deal. The Democrats are being obstinate and probably stupid in a lot of ways by voting to not end for cloture, and so that the Senate can go and try to get their 60 votes they needed to confirm Neil Gorsuch as the next Supreme Court justice. This will leave the Republicans really with their only other choice now is to use the nuclear option, which will then put them back at a simple majority, which they easily have. So Neil Gorsuch will get onto the Supreme Court. The Democrats can't stop it. They're they're putting up this fight because they're still ticked off about the whole Merrick Garland thing from last year, and probably a bunch of other things that are throwing into the pot just for the heck of it. But it really doesn't do them any good. They were all in favor of getting Garland through and getting to the Supreme Court to 9 members because it would have given them, at the very least, a 5-4 edge. Now that the shoe's on the other foot, they are holding it up, and the Supreme Court continues to, move along with just 8 members, which have resulted since Scalia's death in several 4-4 ties, and really some very bad decisions as a result of that. We need to get back to our 9-member Supreme Court, and this is probably not the time to pick the fight with President Trump and the Republicans. They have the votes. Gorsuch has been confirmed by the Senate, before for the bench, and liberals, former Obama administration officials and things like that, find that he was qualified. This is not the excuse that they didn't like the fact that he was not answering questions they wanted him to answer, or that he's unqualified, which has been brought up. They're just the Democrats are grasping at straws, and they're going to lose this one. And they won't. There's nothing to gain for them by going down the filibuster path. Also, terrible terrorist bombing in St. Petersburg, Russia, on a subway. Luckily, Russian officials were able to get to this before more damage was done. Unfortunately, there were 11 people were killed, others injured. This terrorist was apparently from Kyrgyzstan, has ties to radical Islamic terrorists, but it underscores the nature of our subway systems worldwide. Pretty much anywhere you are, we cannot prevent people like this from getting on a train and blowing trains up, blowing people up. It's a soft target. You just can't put security in really anywhere in the world on a subway system that would prevent a mad bomber or a terrorist from boarding a train with a bomb or weapons or whatever and doing incredible damage. Also, Susan Rice is in the news. There's a split between the liberals and the conservatives as to whether or not to believe the story coming out of Cernovich Media that she is the person responsible for the unmasking of Trump transition officials this last year, and so conservatives are all over the story. Liberals are just calling it a diversion, and they're not sure it's true. I don't know that we've seen enough evidence to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that she did it, but because of her past history by lying about Benghazi and the Obama administration's policies on that, it's plausible. I wouldn't put it past her. So there is a high likelihood, in my opinion, that this actually is true, but I need to look into this a little bit more before I make a final judgment. President Trump donated part of his salary, or I guess his entire first quarter salary, I stand corrected, to the National Park Service, $78,333. Plans to donate the rest of his salary through the remaining part of this year in a similar fashion. And so I think this is a great PR move, and it's something that needs to be done. The amount of money here is a drop in the bucket to the NPS budget, but I'm sure any money received is they appreciate. Though you have to wonder, in some cases, when you're giving money to government agencies, will they use it wisely? These budgets have expanded, rapidly over the years, and they've become big kind of monolithic. They're like corporations in their own sense, and there's a lot of bloat and a lot of waste in a lot of these organizations, a lot of these agencies, that this is what Trump needs to do, is be cutting back on some of those, and maybe donating the money to charity would be better than donating it back to any government entity, just considering how they tend to spend money. Vice President Pence is now also working with the House Freedom Caucus, trying to get them back on board on the American Health Care Act, and trying to suggest changes that would be palatable to them, apparently along the lines of, particularly about this community rating and the assessment risk, something that drives up costs of the program. And so even though I'm getting older and I'd probably benefit by this community rating system, I don't think it's fair, and that, if you're sick, you should be paying more for your health care. You shouldn't make it unaffordable, but but you should be paying more than the 20-year-old who has no health problems. To have everybody basically paying on the same rate schedule is kind of ludicrous. That is not the way insurance was designed to work. And then finally, congratulations to UNC for winning the national championship last night, the NCAA national championship. This is Roy Williams' third national championship since he's has been a coach in the college ranks, and it's North Carolina's sixth overall championship. And they just, they were the better team. They outplayed Gonzaga, but it's not the last time you'll hear of Gonzaga. They have been knocking on the door for many years, and they finally broke through this year to get to the championship game. Mark Few is a great coach, and I'm sure we will be seeing him back in the Final Four and maybe the championship game, in the not too distant future. I think he's here to stay. So that's about it. Hope you have a great day. Looking forward to a nice warm day here in Maryland, and some sun, hopefully, too, and get out and enjoy the weather. But also just stay safe and have a great day and enjoy yourself. See you then. See you tomorrow.